This video is an introduction on how you prepare and brew Chinese loose medicinal herbs. There are two ways. One is using a cook pot, a pot that you use on the stove. It can be a standard cook pot. It needs to be enamel, glass, stainless steel, or a treated steel. It needs a lid that will close over the top, but also be able to be used open. Then there's also the electric cook pot, which is automatically thermostatically controlled and will prevent any overcooking or over burning of the herb formula. Then there's the loose herbs, your actual formula. There's a Pyrex glass bowl, or it can be a measuring bowl, but it needs to be Pyrex heat-treated glass or any other container that will not break with heat. There's a strainer. There's pure water, enough to cover the herbs when they're in the pot and to allow for cook down. In this video we will show how to brew Chinese medicinal herbs on the stovetop. It requires two sequential brewings. Cooking time and temperature are very important. Use a pot made of glass, porcelain, enamel, Corningware, or stainless steel. First, put the dry herbs in the pot. Then add approximately 3 cups of cool, pure water to 1 bag of herbs. If necessary, use more water to ensure that all the herbs are covered by at least a ½ inch of water. If necessary, push the floating herbs down with a spatula to check the water level and to thoroughly cover the herbs. Soak the herbs for about 30 minutes. Then place the pot on the burner. Use a high heat for a short time to bring the herbs to a boil, then reduce the heat to a simmer for the rest of the cooking. The rate of boiling should reduce the liquid in 20 to 30 minutes. Cook partially covered until 1½ cups of fluid remain. After the first boil, remove the pot from the stove. Pour the liquid through a strainer into a Pyrex glass or enamel container and set aside. Then return the pot to the stove. Add 2 to 3 cups fresh water to the already cooked herbs. No soaking is necessary this time. Boil a second time for 20 to 30 minutes. Do not overcook or use a high heat. At this point, if you have special additional herbs that require a shorter cook time, add them to the pot for the second boil. Directions will be included with your herbal formula. Again, strain off the liquid from the second cooking and add it to the first batch, making a total of 3 cups of finished liquid that you will drink 1 cup at a time or as directed. These are 2 types of thermoses that work very well. They're stainless steel, inert, so they don't react with the herbs, which would be a bad thing. One on the left is a standard stainless steel thermos. Keeps the herbs hot for about 12 hours. The other thermos is a much more rugged thermos which will keep them hot for about 24 hours. Excellent if you're traveling in your car and you need your herbs to be hot for a longer period of time. You can also use the standard thermos flask glass-lined thermos. They're less expensive. They would generally keep the herbs for about 6 to 12 hours at a fairly decent temperature. After that, the herbs cool off, and you'll probably need to add some warm water to bring them up to drinking temperature. For those of you who prefer to use a glass container and keep it in the refrigerator, any glass container will do. Pyrex is best. It must be covered, and the temperature can be kept cool in the refrigerator. Then you pour out the cup of herbs, add some hot water to bring it up to at least body temperature, and you can take them that way. It's an excellent way of storage as well.